Well, hello and welcome back to another Precision Disc Golf video. Today we're looking at Kenwood Trails Disc Golf Course in Lakeville, Minnesota. This is in the South Metro for the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. It's located on a middle school grounds. It's just a super fun course. They've got both short and long tees and pins at every position. We're doing doubles today. It is my friend Adam, who was in a Kaposia video with me, and also a Bryant video with me. And I are playing doubles against my friends Jake and Dan, guys I play with on a weekly basis here. And Jake and Dan are teamed up to try and take us down. Not sure what happened with all of our shared camera work there on the first hole. But anyway, 2 easy birdies. Dan almost aced it, so it's really sad we missed that. But hole 1 is like 260 feet, just dead straight there. I missed hole 2's tee sign, but I got the rest, except for 18, because that didn't exist. Anyway, hole 1's just an easy mid or putter shot. Hole 2 is an uphill about 270. Dan absolutely parks it with a freak, and Adam parks it with an M3. Hole 3 here, a little turnover shot, probably 240 feet or something. You want to throw pretty much the same shot I did. I probably wanted a little more air, but otherwise that's the right approach. Jake here was trying to throw a putter, but it hit that little branch and bounced. Dan just had a little early release, so they had to try to use that in best shot doubles, which is tough. So, yeah, they had a sort of a rough beginning here after going birdie-birdie, which is good to start. But my shot left us about a 20-foot putt here, so no problem. If you remember from the other videos, Adam is a outstanding putter, which honestly, in doubles, guys, like, there's plenty of videos we do that just nobody plays well, so obviously I'm not just going to post that up. But when your partner is putting, doubles starts to look a lot better. Hole 4 here is a fun little downhill turnover shot. It's not particularly difficult. Jake throws a perfect forehand there. My shot looks pretty good too. I showed Dan's because his was awesome as well. He actually took sort of a sneaky inside route, and it worked out pretty well. But for whatever reason, as you'll see, some of these putts and just drives just weren't happening. And honestly, I play with Jake and Dan all the time. They're both really solid players. I really expected it was going to be a scary, awesome round from them. So, but when you have putts that hit like that and don't go in, that's tough. Especially to watch Adam put that one in by the cage so well. Okay, hole 5, 200 feet, just slightly uphill. Just a little turnover shot. Dan is opting for the, I believe that's a magnet, and he's going for just a little hyzer route here. Kind of throws it into the woods up really high, and it just parks. So, what do you say? Adam throws just a perfect low putter shot there. Nice easy tap-in putt. So, and that's the way to be. And a lot of times, that's the nice thing. When Adam throws a shot like that in doubles, I was going for more of an ace run and obviously was not closer. Hole 6 is really fun. This is a challenging hole, 415 feet. You're basically playing to a landing zone up on this first ridge, and then it's just sort of straight left at a 90-degree angle. So I'm taking a super overstable D1 there, or like a Firebird, just something that'll crash hard right because I'm trying, or left because I wanted to get it to flare. Jake was throwing a D1 there, he just hung it a little too far right. Dan did the same thing, so they were stuck playing from his. It wasn't a bad spot, but from here it's still a difficult 3 to save because, as you can tell, the basket is literally straight in front of them, but there's a lot of trees in the way, so you want to bite off as much of this first section of trees as you can, because otherwise your release point is really hard. So, Dan says getting a 4 on this hole is fine, even in doubles. In singles, a 4 is, really, you're keeping pace with the field, probably even in open, because it's a really difficult approach shot. Even the one we had was pretty straight, and as you can see, it's, Adam sneaks it up there like a champ, but that is a difficult shot to execute well. So, and where Dan ended up again, it's not the end of the world. Definitely a longer putt than you want, but at least they had a chance to give it a little bit of a bid here. Another thing, I should mention, when playing doubles, every team will have different synergy and sort of play to your strengths. And one thing, because I know these courses well, and Adam by nature is a very aggressive player, so we let Adam go first, both in putting and driving on all the holes, and something you can do when you know a player's game really well, because I knew I could keep us in the fairway, and I've got a strong putter game, or mid-game to do that, so I didn't mind playing the safe guy and letting Adam go for everything, and in this round it panned out pretty well for us. Hole 7, 435, another sort of placement shot. Adam's throwing an M4 here. Went a little far right, but it got through the right tree and landed in the right spot. You're basically playing to where the short basket will be. You'll see here in a second. Jake's forehand here with that yellow D1 is perfect. I mean, that is exactly where you want to be. But unfortunately, because they parked the basket, they had no release point. Like, it was awful. They couldn't really follow through without worrying about hitting the basket itself. That's just really tough luck. Like, they threw a perfect shot. If that basket wasn't there, these guys are up and down for a drop-in 3. They just had to be a couple feet either direction. So I felt really bad for them there, because it's stupid to have that sort of obstacle in your way. But anyway, Jake's drive was absolutely perfect, and they'll have to walk away with their 4. But on this hole, again, like, the 4 is not a big deal. That's pretty standard. Okay, hole 8, 180 feet up to the right. It's just uphill, sort of a little blind turnover shot. Yeah, I just threw a PA4 there, nice and easy. It'll scoot right up there, easy putt. And Dan hung it out a little wide, but he had the right shape, and it made it up there. So this is a putt that these guys should still be able to convert, especially in doubles. I mean, they're both strong putters, but like, honestly, that sort of stuff was happening to them all day, and that's just, it's hard to score when both of you are getting a lot of metal and nothing is sticking. So it's tough to watch that because these guys are really strong players. Okay, hole 9 is 530. Again, it's sort of a placement, gentle turnover Annie shot, and then you have to play over a little mound downhill. This is a really difficult hole. I think probably the hardest on the course. Adam snuck through really well there on the right. Dan's got caught up, and Jake and I both did the same thing. We all got caught up on the right there. So Dan does this sort of patent-pending turnover comet shot, and that was phenomenal. Like, he's generally one of the most consistent players I play with. Like, he's just a treat to play with. But that was an amazing approach from where he was. His sort of smooth game it really didn't do it justice. And so Adam here's got like a 35-foot putt downhill. Again, just when your partner's putting like that, I tell you, it made my job really easy. I got to throw a lot of shots pretty aggressive, which was fun. I mean, unfortunately, they didn't give us tons of better looks, but again, we're threeing all the difficult holes and reducing all the short ones, so I guess that's all we can ask. This is probably the touchiest hole in the course, and I know other people play this line, but Dan is the only person I know who, I don't think I've ever seen him not hit this line, this little turnover. It doesn't look like it should work, but it's just awesome. So he does it, seriously, I bet you he could do that 10 out of 10. He's so good with those turnover shots. Just scoots right up there through that lane on the left, and mine obviously is just a little deep, and there we go, 2 nice easy 15-foot tap-ins, and that's the way to play those short holes. Hole 11, it says 300 feet, so you can tell you go up to the top, and again, it's just a placement shot, and then it's a right angle over there. This is a tricky shot just because of where you can end up landing. So thankfully, Adam stayed in the fairway. Dan's looks perfect, and he just gets a tough kick. So they're in a slightly worse spot than we are. I actually really went for mine, and I threw it way deep past the short pin under the woods, just straight up the hill by accident, so that didn't work out so well for us. But again, we're both having easy tap in for 3 here, so that's all that matters. Okay, hole 12, 240 feet, just a casual righty hyzer. The only thing is it's a low ceiling, and it's sort of a tricky distance because, it's sort of do you throw a zone? Here I actually opted for a rock 3 because I just didn't want to feel like I had to throw it very hard. But again, it's tricky to not throw it too far sometimes when you have to keep it low so you don't have that nose up to fight the forward velocity. But nice putt from Dan there. I just threw this into 2x speed since we took that in one clip. 2 nice birdies. Okay, 13, 250 feet, just up this little, to the top of this little rise in the hill here. Adam throws a perfect PA1 shot. He's got a really strong putter game off the tee. A little deep, but that'll putt all day. And Jake's throwing a M23 here. This is it's a great throw. It's pin high. It's just a little left. Dan's was end up being right, so they just, this is a tough hole to not get in doubles. That's when I was like, these guys are just having a rough day. Okay, 14, 250 feet. Nice little touch shot downhill. I think I showed all of our tee shots here just because they were all kind of fun in their own way. Adam just throws a perfect, that's a KL 6 Series PA2. So shout out to your guy, Minnesota, Kale LaVisca. I'm throwing a PA1 here. I was trying to throw a gentle throw in since he was a little deep, but we ended up with the same lie. Jake's throwing a PA2 here. And it's a really good looking shot. It just happens to nick this tree a little early, that's all. But they'll end up putting that. And then Dan's throwing a nice little zone bid. Yeah, that's a really good line with the zone. Just short from the ace run, but it was a beautiful look. So, again, we'll speed up this one. Dan, again, cashes a beautiful hyzer putt. And Adam, the putt-making machine, crushes that. Okay, 15, 445. This one is interesting only because you've got to throw to that tree line and then have it skip forward and a hyzer to the left. I actually threw an MVP Octane. Kind of like a flippy destroyer. It's pretty fast. I just like it for those put a really big hyzer on it shots and let it flare. Dan and Jake both just had bad tee shots, so now they have to play that shot of Dan's, which is always tough. But then Jake throws, that was an incredible shot to get up there to even give a look at 3. And to watch him chain out of that 3-putt after that approach is insane. But never fear, Dan cashes that. So Adam and I have just like a 35, 40-foot putt there. It's not as far as it looks, but we've kind of got this little bush in front of us and a straddle. And we finally both miss on a tough lie on that putt. But that's a really nice bonus birdie to take. Okay, hole 16, 180 feet. This is a really tricky little touch shot. Adam's throwing a 750 PA1 here, and he really throws it well. That's exactly what you want to do. Just sneak it in that tree line on a hyzer, get yourself a little putt. The window is a lot tighter than it looks there, so the fact that there are 2 putts there is always good, and in doubles I kind of expect that to happen. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, these guys never putt like this bad, so I can't wait to another video where they just crush it for a little redemption. So, okay, hole 17, 470. You just gotta throw up to this hill, and then it's just sort of over an open field. I was trying to go big with a D3 here, but I ended up keeping it way too low. I needed to put a lot more air under that to let it pan out, so oh well. Jake's throwing a D1 here. It's a good-looking line. It ends up just not flexing right far enough for him, but he still gets good distance on it. So PA1, just an upshot, but it does drop down, so your comeback putt to save your 3 can be really tough. So you kind of got to put a lot of touch on it here. And for those guys, it's tough because you're playing against a hillside on a hyzer. So you can see Dan ends up short, and they have to make this putt from the bushes here. And Jake just drains it. So they made a couple of huge putts here. Thankfully, Adam makes that putt. That was not a gimme. Hole 18, there is no tee sign. It's just that piece of pipe there. And yeah, it's like 360 or something, I suppose. I don't know. But it's just plays over the hill ridge on the right there by the big clump of trees past where you can see the short basket. I went pin deep, but way behind the tree cluster to the right, so I had no save. And Adam went just a little deep left. So both this is a great mid-range hole if you've got the power. But so if we made this, then Adam and I would have hit every hole. I think that in doubles, we both should deuce. So I was excited to try and make this final putt happen here and just cash, put it in slow-mo, but yeah, it didn't actually go in. All right, so that's 18. 43 is a really good round for us there. 12 down would be all of our beautiful must-get birdies without any bonus birdies would be good. So here's just some bonus footage for fun. And I hope you guys had a great time watching. Shout out to both Adam and Dan and Jake just for hanging. It was great, a lot of fun to throw. This bonus footage shows we like to have a good time. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment in the video and tell me what you want to see next. Until next time.
Pretty putter shot.